All right, folks. So today what we are going to do, once you've got your grid, gotten your grid with a signature on it, you are ready to move on to the next step. Now, since we are doing a linoleum cut, the shapes of your face are going to be a little bit different than just doing a regular drawing. This drawing is going to seem very simple because we're going to come back to it and get some values. So where we're going with this is something like this, where we've got the values of your face. You're not going to be able to see any kind of tiny little details. So with that, the way I'm having you draw your features on this face is going to be very simple, because the way we're drawing the features is going to give us the kind of basis for where these value shapes are going to go. So with that, I'm going to start with my eye. Now remember that the grid lines help us. So the eye needs to go between these two grid lines. Let's see if I can make that a little better. There we go. So I'm going to work a little darker than I want you to, just so that you can see better. But this is the center of the eye, and these are the edges. So if I'm looking at my eye, that is the point where my eye goes to. That is the skinniest part of my eye. What I see a lot, and I'm going to do this down here, what I see a lot is I see like this. Like you don't want the eye to go outside of that line. So I've got that eye there. This eye, because of the angle of it, the edge of my eye is going straight out to the edge of the finger. So I've kind of got that eye shape. That one's not twisted enough. I'll come back to it. So we want the eye, and we want the circle of the eye, because this is going to change a little bit. You want the upper eyelid shape, and you want your eyebrow shape. So your eyebrow kind of curves up there. Your eyebrow curves up there. I'm trying to get this a little higher. A little closer to the camera. There we go. That's better. So your eyebrow curves right here, because it goes on this bone that curves. And you want that curve because it's going to help you lead into your nose. So we want our eye, we want that to get that eye shape properly. We want to get a little bit of that eyelid. We're not going to worry about eyelashes. We're not going to worry about the shading. Just get the eyelid, that pointed football shape of the eye, and the curved eyebrow. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. My curved shape, it's a little bit different because of the angle. Actually, that's a little off. So see how I'm still going in? I'm looking at my photo. I've got my photo sitting right next to me over here. So I'm looking at my photo when it comes to the angle, because I've got kind of a weird angle going on here. Same deal. I'm going to get that circle. I'm going to get the circle inside. Alright, and then I'm going to get that eyebrow too. And that eyebrow goes right to the edge of my head because of the angle of my face. Alright, so eyes. Next, you're going to move on to the nose. Now, even if you're drawing a mask, I want you to get the basic shape of the nose in there, because it changes the shadows that are on your mask. So it's going to make your life a little easier. So what I want to see is on this nose line, I want to see the center ball, just like the center ball, that cartilage piece of your nose. Remember that cartilage piece of your nose might be a circle, it might be more of a teardrop, it might be a big oval, it might even be a little bit more diamond shape. Mine, at the angle that I've got, is kind of more of an upside down teardrop. It kind of looks that shape. So I'm going to get that shape in there. And then for a straight nose, like mine's a little angled. For a straight nose, you would have that center ball, and then you would have the two kind of nostril balls that sit on either side. I'm gonna do, but for me, because of the angle of my face, I only see the one ball because the other, this circle over here, this sphere over here is kind of hidden behind the tip of the nose. All right, so I've got that. I'm then going to bring that nostril into the nose itself. Now your nose itself connects to your eyebrows. It gets skinny between your eyes. You know, it gets skinny between your eyes, and then it is nice and wide down at the bottom. It does not, and every year I get one of these, I get somebody who connects it right here. It does not connect to your eye itself. There's a space between that eye and the nose. So then I've got my nose. I can erase these lines, and I've got that basic shape of my nose. I'm going to keep some of this just because it's going to help me with the shadowing on the next step. All right, eyes, eyebrows, nose. Now, to connect your nose to your mouth, if you look right here at that center part, if we're doing it straight, so if I've got my nose, let's bring this down here. If I've got my nose, usually there's these two little lines that kind of point to the tips of that lip, kind of like that. Okay, mine is a little bit different because it's angled, so my tips are here, but still there's a little bit of a curve on that upper lip right between those two lines. I'll leave those there kind of lightly. Then your lips, as you can see I was doing up here, they come to a point. The top lip, generally speaking, comes down more of a triangle. Oops, make sure you can see that. More of a triangle, and the bottom lip is generally speaking a little bit more round. So you're going to go this one's going to come because I'm looking at it from an angle. It's kind of coming kind of sharp, and that bottom lip also comes kind of sharp. Now, as I get to the side of the mouth, that's going to look a little bit more, if you're more straight-faced, there's a muscle right here. And that muscle is important because your bottom lip usually rounds down around it. Then we've got my top lip coming up, and there we go. All right, so I got all my basic features. Then I can go in, now that I've got all my basic features, I can go in and start figuring out, where does this cheek go? How does it come down? How does my chin kind of pop down here? Where is my neck? And now I'm going to start making it look like me. Am I adding any crazy extra details? No. What you want to do for your hair, especially, you want your hair to be kind of a shape. You want your hair to be kind of the shape of your head. I'm going to bring it down here. And my example has all sorts of other drawings on it. I would erase all those. And then the last step, and I'm going to erase up here so I can do this. The last step is to go back to your brainstorming and figure out my background pattern. Oh wait, I was going to do these kind of curly Q shapes. So I'm going to go in and add those curly Q shapes to my background. I'm making them overlap my head so it looks like they kind of go. And I'm going to fill any of the background space with that pattern, that cultural pattern that I decided that's going to tell you something about me. So I've got my features, eyes, nose, mouth. Even if you've got a mask, leave those there, and you can kind of just draw it across and look at how it bends over your nose and bends over your cheek. And you're going to see like that mask shape's going to come here. But leave your nose and mouth there for right now until we go to the next step. All right? So, draw your features. Use your photo. Make it look like you.